Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay. Firstly, I just want to say that we are truly sorry for starting late. I don't want to say a bit late, but we're starting late. But we've been ready, just that we've been waiting for us to have a full house for us to start. So we're just waiting around, and then also if you know the man that is actually the top headliner for today's event, for the 17th event, you will know that he's a man that keeps to time when it comes to things that he does. He doesn't waste time at all, and then he says it the way it is, and he keeps to time. So, but we're truly sorry, because we're actually waiting to have a full house. All right, my name is Yo, and I'm also working with the team to make sure that Naughty by Nature is something completely different from what you have seen before. Well, thank you all for coming. We thank you for making up time, even with the traffic and all, but you still made it down here. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate your support and all. All right, it's important that I go straight to do some little introduction of those that we have here on stage, on the seats. We have more people also joining later before we round up today. I have from Talentberg, someone that has managed events and managed artists. Please, ladies and gentlemen, Anne Obaseki, please. That's her. Thank you so much, Anne. Yeah, she's working tirelessly for this project also. And one of our major sponsors for the 17th event, I'm talking of Total Energy. We've got their representative here. Thank you so much, Dolapo Akiwani. Thank you so much for coming down. Please, let's put our hands together for them. And the man himself, that is the reason why we are here. He talks. The high mouth. He talks for a living. He's a thespian. He's a talented thespian. He's a writer. He's an actor. He's a comic. He does everything when we talk about total theater. Ladies and gentlemen, the man of the moment, Bovi Uguma. Okay, this event is definitely powered by Mini Noodles. They're supporting the event, and then we have McDowell's, and of course, and you might have one or two things to say before we hand over the microphone to the man of the day. If he's the big masquerade, so we will just talk. I think it's on.
Okay. Is it hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the introduction, Yo, and thank you for putting me on the spot. First of all, like we said, thank you so much for coming in early. A lot of us were here really early. This is an event that we're having that we're extremely proud, to bring. It's been about 3 years since the last event, and this is one that we're really excited about what we're planning. It's an amazing event that we have, and we already know. Let me not toot his horn too much, but he's a fantastic performer, and he's a very original comedian. So this is one thing that even I, as a producer, I'm excited to sit back and watch. So thank you for coming through.
Thank you so much. A woman of few words. She doesn't talk too much. It's action. And then before I will go to Bovi, let me also ask Dolapo, why are you guys part of the Naughty by Nature event by Bovi? The mic is on.
Okay, so can you hear me? Okay, good. Thank you very much, y'all. And it's an honor and a privilege to be here today. And people ask, why are we supporting this particular program? So we are supporting not just the program, we are supporting the Bovi brand. And and we've been following his career for some time now, and we believe he's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in the comic industry in Nigeria, even across the globe, as we all know. And Token Energy has a corporate social responsibility that is three-pronged. We support sports, as some of us may be aware. Very recently, we sponsored the Nigerian Women's Football League, the Super Six. We did that, and we support entertainment also. So it's born from our passion, our drive to give back, to the community, to the society, and we believe supporting, key stakeholders in this industries. It's a big deal for us. Like I said, we count it as a privilege to do so. The Bovi brand itself it's something that we've seen over the years, and we decided, we don't just want to stay on the sidelines anymore. We want to, actively support the brand. And of course, like I said, it's not just about the event alone, it's the brand. So it's a privilege for us to partner with the brand, and we believe with our support, we can even take it even to greater heights. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Without wasting too much time, it's important we hear from the man himself to tell us what we will be expecting, why it took him 3 years to come back again with to entertain all those that are strong followers of the Bovi brand and all. And then you can jot down your questions. You're free to ask questions. I'm not just ask the one we blue go follow, but we are free to ask questions. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the man himself, the man of the moment, Bovi. Thank you.
Thank you. I think I'll just wait for the questions to come because I really don't have much to say apart from the fact that July 17th I will be on stage. So I'll wait for direct questions, and they're free to ask anything.
All right, so you heard him. He said he doesn't really have much to say for now, but if you know you have questions that you want to ask, my brother, you carry what you come from house. We never even ask, you don't raise hand. All right, thank you.
Okay, my name is Clay. I write for this day newspaper. So I think in almost 10 years I've seen the lot of your live performances, and I still wonder, how do you do this? In the sense that it just comes naturally. So what I want to ask now is, what is that creative process that makes you so excellent on stage? Because I've seen you flow for like 1 hour, and I'm like, it's not just humanly possible, except there's a lot that has been put in place to make that possible. So how have you been able to attain this level of excellence that you can just do 1 hour and you're talking, and it's like you're talking, but we're all laughing all through that 1 hour. How have you been able to attain this level of excellence?
I try to prepare as much as possible. In the arts, they say you are never 100% ready, so I just give it my best shot. And I think that's the standard when it comes to stand-up comedy. If you're doing your special, you have to have the ability to make people laugh and relax. It's not easy for people to bring out money and say, oh, we want to pay to go and watch somebody just make us laugh. So that's the work I put in to just ensure that people get value for their money. Because when we started doing stand-up comedy, right, we realized that it's not just entertainment, it's also like a health benefit for people to actually laugh and unwind. So it's a form of therapy, if you ask me. We should be putting doctors in front of our name. So yeah, that's just it. I basically want to make sure people get complete value for their money.
Complete value for their money. Thank you, Bovi. Okay. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Bovi. I'm from Max FM. My name is Mary Andrews. I want to ask How many people are we expecting from you, apart from you, other committee? Okay, I'll start.
Start over again. My name is Mary Andrews from Max FM. I want to ask, how many people will be on stage with you, or is it just you? That's the first question I want to ask. And the second question I want to ask is, I don't know you personally, but I see you as somebody that easily flows with people. I just saw that when you came in. So I want to ask, how have you been able to flow, working with, top A-list comedians and the rest of them? I just want to know. Thank you.
I easily flow with people that like me, that appreciate me. I also easily flow with people that I like as well. There are people I like that don't like me, but because I like them, I go with my own terms and conditions. So you may not like me, but if I like you, I will keep indulging you as well. And I don't expect everybody to like me as well. That's why we are human beings. I mean, they killed Jesus, so who are we? So I just try to live life. I'm at that stage where I try to live life on my own terms, especially positive terms, right? I try my best not to depend on too many people to make me happy. So I try to be a producer of happiness, and if you accept it, all well and good. If you don't, I pray you find it somewhere else. That's just me. I'm beyond judging people. I'm beyond depending on people for my own personal livelihood, So I want to be an ambassador and entertain the world as well. So that's just it. There are different type of shows. There are shows that are jamborees, that features this, that, and this, right? There are specials. That's what I have always done. So yes, anybody you see on my show is more or less a surprise act. But if my show says Bovi, Naughty by Nature, that means you are coming to see Bovi. You get what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Okay, so after that, you give the mic to me.
Oh, okay. Dr. Bovi. My name is Theophilus from TBC News. Okay, so how did you come up with the byline Naughty by Nature? That's one. Two, how do you view the industry so far? You've been here for a very long time and you have seen things come and go. How do you view the comedy industry in this country?
Thank you.
Usually when a comedian decides to do a special, it has a running theme, So majority of the things I'm going to be saying can be deemed as naughty. And over the years, people have said, man, this guy, you're crazy, this guy, you're naughty. So most of what I'm going to be talking about is quite naughty by nature. So it's not, yes. PG, it's usually PG-13, this is R18. You get my point. So it's topical. The brand is Bovi. The album is Naughty by Nature. There was Bovi Man on Fire, part 1, 2, 3, 4. And now it's Bovi Naughty by Nature. This is not the first Bovi Naughty by Nature. I did the first one, Worry. I did in Canada. And now I'm doing in Lagos. So
from Valley Media. My first question is, in a kind of show like this, you people accommodate other comedians. I would like to know how do you select your comedian that comes to your show to perform? Because if you want to accommodate all, you won't finish the show in a day. And my second question is, after the last Naughty by Nature, what were you engaged with? How come we've not heard from you? Were you working on other projects? Thank you.
Comedy is like soccer. If you are good, take the mic and crack jokes, right? So like I said earlier, the comedians I pick on my shows are comedians who I know are very funny, can wow a crowd, and have the potential to become big stars of their own as the years go by. Your second question was?
How come 3 years? What have you been doing last time?
Okay, you actually asked that question in the beginning. I am a strong believer in the fact that too much circulation makes the price go down, number one. Number two, if you are doing a special, say every year, you will water down, because comedy is beyond its commercial look and all. But for a comedian to perform for 1 hour, non-stop, having people laughing for that 1 hour, and you choose to do it every year, you have to be a genius. And so in that regard, I don't consider myself a genius. I don't want to also have to do a show that goes by my name, and then I'm not the one doing the jokes. You get the point? So
now you dey look for trouble now.
No, that's not trouble. I'm just keeping
Still
real.
in the talk.
Like I, for a fact, if I advertise that you're coming to see me and then you see me for only 5 minutes and I become like the MC of my show, it has always been part of what Bovi does.
All right.
Good morning. My name is Jacob. Actually, my name is Jacob from Azubia TV. My question is for PJ. We don't see comedians they always do specials for Netflix. We expect one from Bovi very soon. Special for Netflix.
It depends. If Netflix wants a special, I'll give them a special.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So.
Mary Andrews again from Max FM. I have this question. I don't know. I've been thinking about it and said I think it's all right for me to ask, but I will ask. There is this thing out there, international scene comedians. There's something that they put up now that you can't ridicule a high-profile person. For instance, that there's a measurement of what you can say to whoever. Like for instance, putting like somebody like Buhari, whatever, making a jest of them. So they are being censored now. And a lot of celebrities have come out to say this is ridiculous, that as a comedian you should be able to blast whosoever it is, just ridicule that it's part of comedy. So I want to ask, how do you say that? Would you do the same?
I'm just hearing this for the first time.
Even wrote to everything.
I am grateful to everybody, including my backroom staff and team. If they were waiting for raw cash before we do anything, this show will probably not hold. So pretty much everybody you see on this board, on this table, and my backroom colleagues here, they are believers in the brand. And that's why we are here today. Eventually, we will sort all our bills out, but that's just it. And it's funny because we didn't start empty-handed. We had some money thanks to talk and energy to get the ball rolling. And when you see the check, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, this would sort out everything. And then before you know, it's gone. You need more money. It's expensive in Nigeria to do this. Take, for example, what makes this year's show stand out, what makes it different is that we are actually building a theater inside Echo Hotel. So there's no cheap ticket. It looks like there are cheap tickets, but there's no cheap tickets because there are risers around the hall, left, right, center. Like we are building, it's a theater, it's like a cathedral, it's like a, Roman theater, right? So the regular tickets are on a pedestal. There are screens all over the hall. Nobody's going to strain like this, right? Nobody's going to strain. We could have easily said, oh, let's just have the chairs all over the place, and those behind will have to maybe squint or stretch their necks. There's no such thing because the regular sitting goes up like this, right, on the sides. In the back, the VVIP goes up like this, and then there are those who are seated in front, and our stage is slightly immersed into the audience. So it's like one big fellowship. I can't wait for you guys to see. Only those risers alone is a huge budget. I should be making down payment for a house with the budget for those risers, honestly speaking. But it just shows my commitment to quality and my team's belief that this would fly.
Only the hall alone said to pay for hall. People don't also know that. You're talking of riser. You didn't mention the hall too.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I said like we are building a hall inside the hall.
Yes.
You know?
Now to pay for the hall alone is high on its own. To now build the risers. So when he's talking about the theater, it will go like that, and then you can just see everybody. So just like you go to the stadium, and then you just see the way the seats are arranged. That's just the way it will be. So it's just for you to expect magic on that particular day. Yeah, that's what he's trying to say. All right.
All right, thank you so much. My name is Godwin from Atlantic Television Network. And my first question goes to Donakwa Kimade. And you spoke about the three corporate social responsibility of your brand. And you mentioned just the sport and entertainment. Please, I would like to get the third part of that. Particularly what you spoke about sport and entertainment, but the last one was silent. So I don't know if you can help us with that. That's the first one. And two, my second question goes to you, Bovi, the boss. All right, we've been following you for a while, and your projects have been outstanding. I must commend from Man on Fire to all the every project that is encountered. And I want to ask at this point, the first question I was supposed to ask was what you just answered with a one on the stage right now, which you just gave us a detailed analysis of. So I want also at this point to ask, what are we seeing new at this point in the comedy? Just want you to beat again what our appetite and expectations. As media professionals, our job also to take the news of what to expect of the Bovi project outside. So I want to know from you, what are we expecting from this particular project? What's the end product that we're expecting to see even before the project? Then that's just the two questions to start with, then we'll go from there. Thank you.
Go from there. Thank you, Godwin. I actually realized that after I spoke that I didn't mention the third one. So the third one is education. So like I said, our corporate social responsibility is three-pronged. The first is sports, which I did mention. We very recently sponsored the Women's Super 6 League. The second is entertainment. We're here today because of that. And the third is education. I think I won't say much on that on this platform, but the third is education to last. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So, Bovi?
Well, generally, when you hear I'm having a show, you expect jokes and to laugh, right? This time, you will get the jokes, as usual. Very topical issues from Buhari's 8 years in government to all the no-go areas when it comes to stand-up comedy, to what the comedian has a right to talk about, and if there are boundaries, all the drama in the entertainment industry. That is for the arts, right? Then, beyond that, for the first time, we are deliberately recording for TV, which is why our team has been working 24 hours round the clock to ensure everything goes as planned. So, we are keen on making sure everybody who comes on the day, we are keen on making sure the show goes as planned, but that is only just the beginning because we are recording for TV. It is like a movie production, and we have the best hands for the director to the showrunners and everybody. We are pretty much recording for TV, which is why we are emphasizing, like we have done in previous shows, that the show will start on time. Those who have been to my shows know that my shows end by midnight latest, So it starts 7, music, DJs, opening acts, there'll be a break, so you can grab your drinks, which will provide all over the place. Grab a bite here, showcase our sponsors to the world, especially our major sponsors, and then grace the stage. So the reason why we built those risers, or why we are building those risers we talked about and all, is because we are actually recording for TV. We are trying to reach not just the Nigerian audience, but the rest of the world. So that's what to expect.
So that's what you should expect.
Guardian. So I want to ask Bovi, what advice would you give to those young people or young adults who wishes to go through or follow your path of career? And I want to ask, how would you describe your personality? And my third question, as your fan, is what is your favorite fashion piece? What does fashion mean to you?
Thank you.
Only you want 3 questions.
That's not all right to you. And she's small, so now she has questions in pass. Only give you 3. What?
My advice to, if I have the right to do so, my advice to everybody who wants to do what we're doing is to stay true to themselves. And how would I describe my personality? Eclectic. I think I'm still struggling to understand my personality, but one thing I do know is that I cannot pin myself to one type of personality majorly. You know, I love good things. I love to be calm where the room is calm, whatever the temperature. And I think, you know, my upbringing and then Lagos in this industry made me so. So the ability to adapt is very key for me. The only thing I want to remain strong with is the positive things I do, you know, but I want to be as wise as a serpent and, if possible, as harmless as a dove. You know, so my personality is fruit salad. You can find a bit of everything because I love life. I love life completely, and I want to do the things that make me happy, that don't offend other people. I think that's the same thing for fashion. I love fashion, but I'm not as daring as I'd like to be. So kudos to those who are very daring. I love it when people go crazy with their style, you know. And I love to wear black a lot, as you can see.
All right, so do we have any more questions? Okay, so let's round up.
Okay, Bovi, you just talked about how much work is going on to make sure the stage is a one of a kind, like something we've not seen
Not
before.
the stage.
The stage and the entire hall. So, what about you? How long did it take you to prepare the materials you're going to perform on the 17th of June? How many months did it take you to prepare for the show?
Are we ever ready?
No.
We're never over 100% ready, you know. So like I said, I have done Warri. I have done about 3 cities in Canada, Toronto, Calgary, and Edmonton, right? But I can't bring exactly those same materials forward because things have happened within that time and now. Between now and next Sunday, things are bound to happen. So we keep rearranging our materials. Okay, this will work, this will fly, and all that. You know, even before I go on stage, I spend 1 hour, that last 1 hour, rummaging the news to be sure something major has not happened that I'm not aware of. You know, because you can, there's a tendency to look ignorant if you don't talk about certain issues in your shows. So, am I ready? Template-wise, yes, I'm ready. I was born ready, and I've been prepared. But is the script ready? Not 100% because anything can happen. Yeah.
How long it took you been preparing?
Oh yes, even as I'm here, I'm looking at you all and writing some materials in my head. You know, so yes, I've been preparing. Like I said earlier, it's not easy when a brand says, yo, we want you as our brand face. Come out there, like, you know, just take our drink, let the world know that you drink the finest whiskey in the world, which is what Mr. Dawes did. And then we're in the process of renewing the contract. And then I saw the effect of that when I travel outside Lagos. When I traveled, the last time that happened was, I think it was Kogi State, and people were like, Mr. Dawes, Mr. Dawes. You know, every day I get tweets, oh, we saw the commercial issue from Mr. Dawes, what were you up to? What's our benefit? They just said, don't worry, we're on board. No disrespect to the other brands, there are too many to mention, like you can see on the board behind. But the relationship I have with these brands is that I did not have to hassle them because they believe in my brand and what I have done over the years. I think my records speak for themselves, and then they can see where I am going with the vision. You asked about recording. I already told you we're recording for TV, so you are invited as a journalist to watch and write, but not record. You get what I'm saying? So everybody will enjoy the night. Your reviews are welcome. That's how we grow. But you're not going to be recording me on stage, because then the product becomes adulterated. People who don't make it to the venue will see it before it now gets on TV. And like I said, we're recording for TV. So yeah, you're welcome. As a writer and a reviewer, right? What everybody's going to have on that day is even beyond my performance. My performance will be the highlight of the night, but let's not release everything from the bag. Trust me, you will go home memorable, which is what we have done with every show I have done. But this time it is bigger and better. You will remember everything you see on that stage. You will remember every performer. It's like a theatrical show. It has a beginning and an end. And it's not, you're not going to be driving home by 2 a.m. in the morning, you know. So it's quality over quantity for us, basically.
So it's the same day show. It happens on the 17th.
Yeah.
It's not 18th.
No.
Yeah, some shows 18th. Till 4 a.m.
So you're always throwing shade.
Me? How did you first start talk? This is Bovi. All right. I think that's the last question. Yeah.
I want to ask, how is the ticket being purchased and how much is it?
Yeah.
The tickets are online, www.bovi.ng, and yeah, just go there and you'll see it. It's very easy, right? There's 10K tickets. The 25K gold tickets are sold out. There's 50K premium platinum tickets, and then there's tables for 5 and tables for 10, which you can call. Those are like VIP boxes. We're not doing the usual round table sitting. We're creating VIP boxes for people, you know, like kings and queens, and quality relaxation for them. But another thing that makes this stand out is that even the 10K tickets, like I said earlier, they are getting their VIP treatment on the night. Absolutely.
Everyone is a VIP. That's what we're trying to say. So, Bovi, are you naughty by nature?
Allow me to add that the capacity of the hall can seat 5,000 to 6,000, but because of the purpose of what we want to do, quality over quantity, because of the risers we're building, the capacity was halved. By the time we build the risers, we can't accommodate more than 3,000 people. So it's in one end, if you look at it, is it economically or financially, it seems like a crazy thing to do. But because we want to create value, and because the end goal is to reach out to the entire world, that's why we're creating this structure, right? So I may not make money from the show on that day, you know, because we have halved the tickets just to make sure everybody gets value.
Awesome.
All right, so Bovi, are you naughty by nature? Truly.
As in the topic of the show.
You, yeah, yeah, you want to know?
Yeah.
Truly, are you by
when I tell jokes, maybe.
All right, so do we have any more questions? And then, if we don't, yeah, do we have any more questions? I think That's good. I know some of you might still want to talk to him personally on the red carpet. You just have to you
And around 8, he came out and said, "Oh, Nigerian shows don't start on time." So he went outside the hotel to have drinks with his friends. When he came back by 12 o'clock, the show was over. So he said, "I owe him money." I said, "Okay, but what time did we advertise?" He said, "Oh, your shows don't start." I said, "What time did we advertise?" So that's how his table money wasted. Another guy, tour guide, got people, "Oh, come to Lagos as part of the package, boat cruise, and then lodge in Eco Atlantic, and then Bovi show to wrap up the night." So they came, he collected money for everything. They went for the boat cruise, they went to restaurant, then he brought them to the show, and everybody was coming out. And a fight broke out outside because they were like, "You have to give us our money back. You scammed us." And it was like, "No, he didn't scam, he just didn't know we would start on time." So that's why I'm sharing these testimonies in quote. Like basically, we try our best. We don't want people going home by 2 a.m., so we just want people to come on time. We're ready.
All right, so you've heard him. We are ready. 17th is the day. Make sure you